Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and today I want to talk about Doctor Who, specifically the recent short that was supposed to be the follow-up to Angels Take Manhattan called simply P.S., which essentially was an animated sort of storyboard telling post-Angels, what basically happened to Brian and Amy and Rory, and would he ever find out and that kind of thing? Would the Doctor visit him? Whatever like that. And I have to say, it was a really emotional thing to watch for as short as it was. And yeah, the animated storyboard stuff was kind of decent and everything. But what it really opened my eyes to was how big of a travesty it was. And I don't know who was the decision maker behind this, whether it was, the episode would have ran too long or whatever, like down to time or whatever, but they never filmed this. And I can only imagine that this was possibly going to be part of the episode, unless, of course, Chris Chibnall, who I think wrote it, as Dr. Freedom, a good friend of mine, said on YouTube, was picking up the pieces of the sort of malady that, Angels was, which was written by Moffat. I don't know why this wasn't part of it. It definitely should have been, because it would have given closure. I don't feel like we got closure by the end of the episode, as much as, they kept playing up, oh, Amy and Rory are gone for good, all of that stuff. Well, there's nothing really to drive that home. I don't think that scene where the Doctor finds the last page and finds out about everything, was enough. I think they needed to go back and revisit Brian, Rory's father, obviously, and have a confrontation, or at least have put that scene, attached it to, the actual episode. It's just a great, great travesty that this was not included, was not part of it. It has to be some DVD extra when the DVDs come out. And I want to know why. Why wasn't this an integral part of the story, one that would have made the emotional impact resonate? Why wasn't it there? Why didn't it have to happen until after the fact? I don't know. Basically that's a lot of why I've had some qualms recently. I enjoyed 3 out of the 5 episodes we got for Series 7 Part 1, but a lot of stuff is going on lately that just seems to be WTFing in my head and doesn't seem to be adding up quite the way it should be, as far as the production is going, and as far as, again, going back to that ages old at this point complaint, cutting back the series and having to wait now till sometime, several months into next year before we actually get part 2 and everything like that. It just seems like there is wonky direction going on behind this, and I don't mean the directors, I mean through the BBC or something. Somebody is not doing their job correctly, whether it's Moffat, whether it's heads of the BBC, I don't know, but this should have been part of the episode. It was that enjoyable, and I'm going to post a link to it below in case you haven't seen it. And, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below whether you agree with me or not, that this should have been part of Angels Take Manhattan. And otherwise, that's pretty much going to be it for me on this, so I'll catch you later. Peace.